Hello, welcome to Web of Stories. My name is Melinda. This is take 3 for this video, mostly because I can't seem to get my thoughts out in a coherent way. Let's talk about unread TBRs, specifically print unread TBRs. There are people who do not have a problem with that, who don't have a problem with having a large number of books that they own that they have not read. I would very much like to be that person because I agree. It's like they're inanimate objects. They aren't giving, they don't feel bad that I'm not reading them. They have no feelings. They're books. And it's a privilege that I have these books I can choose from, all these things. I can talk myself into it. But at the end of the day, when I look at the number of books that I have not read, and I'm talking physical books again because I can actually see them, I feel stressed. I feel stressed because I feel like I should be reading the books that I buy within a reasonable amount of time. And I'm just not doing that right now. I also am a person who uses my library. I want to be able to use my library. Libraries are wonderful. Last Thursday on May 9th, dates are not really that important, but for my own kind of way I'm thinking about this. On May 9th, I watched a video that Lori at Books, Ink, and Paper did, where she was kind of in the same situation. She realized that she was not using her library as much as she should, so she's going to do no buy for the summer. Or for like May 15th, August 15th, or something like that. And right then and there, I said, I am with you. I'm going to do this too, starting right now. That was May 9th. May 10th, bought a book. That did not work for me, obviously. And that's why I've always kind of had this problem. I can't do this. Like the read what you own challenge I know it's not something that's going to work for me. No buy has clearly not worked for me so far. So I was kind of talking about this with a bookish best friend and another person from my book club last night. I'm filming this on the 11th, May 11th. So it was Saturday night we were talking about it. And they suggested, don't do a no buy month. Don't do no buy summer. Do a no buy week. Just a week. Just don't buy books for a week. And I thought, I think I can do that. I think I can not buy a book for 1 week. And they said, good. Then after that, you can not buy a book for another week. Yes, I can do that. I would just 1 week. So I am doing starting yesterday, which is Saturday. Then the reason I'm doing that is because then it would end on Friday. So when I do my wrap up, I can report back on it, which would actually be tomorrow because booktube time is funny. I am taking a no buy week. And I thought, okay, how do I want this to look long run? So I am not someone, as I said, that can do no buy. And I'm not talking about read what you own challenge because those are two different things. The read what you own challenge is literally read what you own. A no buy is just not buying more books. So that, in my mind, the way I define it, includes you can still use the library. And I do still want to use the library because things do come up that I want to read. So I want to get them at the library instead of buying them. I know that I cannot do no buy for long periods of time. So I thought, well, when do I kind of feel like I should be able to buy a book? The beginning of the month is book of the month time. I have a book of the month membership, and because of that, I should be able to get a book from book of the month if there's one that appeals to me. Okay, I can do that. I also get a Libro credit, but honestly, I'm not worried about audiobooks. I'm worried about print books. Also, at the beginning of the month is the indie press list from Currently Reading, and I like to support these bookstores if there's a book that I really want. So I'd like to be able to buy a book or two from that. Okay. On the second Wednesday of the month, I do my Shakespeare draw. I may have to buy a Shakespeare play for that. Okay. I may not because I have some that I haven't read that we haven't pulled yet, but I already have the plays. So it depends if I pull it. I don't need to. Okay. So those are the books that I kind of expect I'm going to let myself buy. I'm going to do my book of the month. If there's anything that I really want on the indie press list, I will get that. The indie press list is for patrons of the Currently Reading podcast. It's patron only content. And basically what they do is each month they have a bookstore, independent bookstore that picks books to present to the readers, and then they can order from that store. If you have never listened to the Currently Reading podcast, I highly recommend it. And if you are someone who does Patreons for podcasts, I will say I am a member of several Patreons for podcasts. Currently Reading gives you the most bang for your buck. Anyway, I want to have the option to buy if something speaks to me, and I want to have that option. Now, yes, I could like not choose something for book of the month, but what if I want one of those books? Then I would be like, oh man, that's where you get the denying yourself sort of issue. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a no buy week this week. And then if that works, I'm going to try doing a no buy week next week. We'll see how that works. So that would take me, oh crap, now I do math, 17, 24. And then I do a no buy week after that. It takes me to the 31st of May, and then we're at June 1st. And then I can do my book of the month if I want to. A few days after that is the indie press list. And if there's something there, I can get that. And then when I do my Shakespeare draw, if I need to buy that play, I can. But then I can do no buy after that. At this point, I do pre-order books. So while we're doing this no buy thing, I'm still getting books in because I have ordered books that still haven't arrived. Those don't count because I've already paid for those, right? So now it's just any new purchases. I'm still getting books in, are still coming, but there is nothing on the horizon right now that I feel that I need to buy, because if it is, I've already pre-ordered it. And I am all for pre-orders. I do tend to if there's a book I know I want to read, I will pre-order it because I want to help the author that way. But I don't know of any books coming out later this year that I want to pre-order because I think I've gotten them all already or pre-ordered them all. So I don't need to worry about that anymore. But I think I can do, my goal is to do 3 no-buy weeks. I'm going to just 1 week at a time is what I'm taking. And if something happens and I don't succeed this week, that's okay. I could do a no-buy week the next week. And that's how I'm going to try and help myself through this, because I do not need all the books. I need all these books. But I can also get them from the library, which is where I should be getting a lot of these books, because some of these books are definitely clearly books that I will read and maybe I don't plan to keep them. Like I know right away they're not books I'll probably end up keeping. Those are not books I should be buying. Now, let's see if I have a book here that I recently purchased. Here we go. Sorry. My pile is over here. Last month, for Book of the Month, I did an add-on of this book, Demon of Unrest by Eric Larson. This is his new book. I have read Devil in the White City, and I really liked it, and I've been meaning to read more of his. I have at least one of them on my Kindle. Is this a book that I intend to keep? Actually, yes. If I end up reading this book and enjoying it, I do intend to keep it. Now, I also got, I'm sorry, my pile slipped over here. I also got this book. This was my actual choice for Book of the Month. I'm not so sure this is a book I'm going to keep. I haven't read it yet. I don't know anything about it. It just sounded interesting. So this is like really kind of a question mark. Now, Book of the Month, maybe I'm a little more lenient on that, but let's say this was a bookstore thing. I got this from a bookstore, not Book of the Month. Maybe this is a book I should not have purchased because I'm not sure I'm going to want to keep this book. I maybe should start thinking about purchasing books as books that I am going to want to keep and not just books that I'm going to want to read. So I'm working on it. I'm going to get this under control. I do have this long-term goal of getting my unread TBR to fit on 2 shelves in one of my bookshelves. That's my goal. And I am so far from that right now. So, like, how far am I from that right now? I am a third of a shelf plus a whole other bookshelf, and then probably plus more from that. That's how far away I am from that. But I need to, I really want to get this under control. I can say that till I'm blue in the face, but I need to do something. And I know that read what you own is not going to work for me. And I know that a long-term no buy is not going to work for me, but maybe a short-term no buy will work for me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a no buy week. And if anyone else is in my position and you want to be like no buy buddies, I will be no buy buddies. Let me know. And we will just like set up a little, I don't know, Voxer group or something, and we will just be no buy buddies. And we'll remind ourselves, this is a week we're not going to buy anything. 1 week at a time. What do you guys think of that? Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Does anyone else feel like is out of control with their unread TBR as I am? Because I do. I don't feel that bad about ebooks that I have not read because I can't see them. And same with audiobooks. I can't see them, so I don't feel as bad about them, but I do see those bookshelves. And so, and I really want to get it down to those 2 shelves because then I can use that other bookshelf for a keeper shelf. Mine's already full. I need another one. So anyway, I'm sorry for this ramble. It is slightly more coherent than my first 2 attempts, but there you go. Like, subscribe. Let me know if you want to be no-buy buddies with me. Join my Discord. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.